The AI world just delivered a week of announcements that could fundamentally reshape the entire economy and how we find jobs forever. From OpenAI's audacious plan to control both AI training and employment, to Google being forced to hand over their search empire's crown jewels, this week proved that the AI revolution isn't just changing technology, it's rewriting the rules of power itself. Welcome back to bitbiased.ai, where we do the research so you don't have to. Today we're diving deep into 7 major developments that are reshaping not just AI capabilities, but the entire structure of how our economy functions. And trust me, by the end of this video, you'll understand why some industry insiders are calling this the week that officially launched the AI-powered job market revolution. Here's what dominated headlines this week. OpenAI announced plans to train 10 million Americans in AI skills while becoming the platform that connects them to jobs, controlling both sides of the future labor market. Google avoided breakup but must share decades of search data with AI competitors. Apple is secretly testing Google's Gemini to make Siri competitive with ChatGPT. DeepSeek announced self-improving AI agents that could make human oversight obsolete. Plus, a viral CEO prank exposed our AI anxieties while explosive lawsuits revealed corporate espionage and copyright wars tearing through the industry. But here's what most people are missing. These aren't just business announcements. They're power moves in a chess game that will determine who controls the future of work, information, and human-AI collaboration. Let's break down what really happened and why it matters for your future. Story 1. OpenAI wants to be your next boss. OpenAI just announced something that goes far beyond building better chatbots. They're preparing to launch an AI jobs platform in 2026 that could fundamentally disrupt how we find work in the AI era. This isn't just another job board. It's an integrated ecosystem that trains you, certifies you, and then connects you directly with employers looking for AI talent. Here's the ambitious scope. OpenAI plans to certify 10 million Americans in AI fluency by 2030 through built-in ChatGPT courses, developed in partnership with major employers like Walmart. Think about that for a moment. One company controlling both the education pipeline and the job placement system for an entire generation of AI workers. The platform aims to directly compete with LinkedIn, but with a laser focus on AI skills. Instead of uploading your resume and hoping for the best, you'd complete AI training modules, earn certifications recognized by participating companies, and get matched with employers who specifically need those skills. This strategy addresses a real problem, the massive skills gap, as industries from healthcare to finance rapidly adopt AI. The integrated approach of training, certification, and job placement in one ecosystem could help bridge this gap more effectively than traditional education and hiring methods. But here's where it gets complicated. Critics are raising valid concerns about one company controlling both sides of the labor market equation. When OpenAI trains workers on their specific AI tools and then connects them with employers who use those same tools, it creates a powerful ecosystem lock-in that could be difficult for competitors to challenge. The timing couldn't be more strategic. As AI transforms job markets worldwide, positioning yourself as the gateway between workers and employers could be more valuable than just selling AI software. OpenAI isn't just building technology anymore. They're building the infrastructure for AI-powered careers. For viewers watching this, the key question is, will this democratize AI opportunities or concentrate too much power in one company's hands? Either way, if you're thinking about your career future, paying attention to AI skills development is no longer optional. It's essential. Story 2. Google's search empire cracks. Google just scored a partial victory in its massive antitrust case, but the compromise might be more significant than a full breakup would have been. A federal judge ruled that Google can keep control of Chrome and Android. But here's the kicker. They must end their exclusivity deals and share their historical search data with competitors. Let's unpack why this matters. For years, Google has paid billions to be the default search engine on countless devices. Those exclusivity deals are now illegal. But more importantly, Google has been ordered to conduct a one-time release of their historical search data to rivals. This data dump could be a game changer for AI-powered search competitors like Perplexity. Think about it. Google has been collecting search queries, click patterns, and user behavior data for over 2 decades. That information is pure gold for training AI models to understand what people actually want when they search. Until now, competitors have been fighting with limited datasets, while Google leveraged the world's largest collection of search intelligence. This forced data sharing could dramatically benefit AI-powered competitors, giving them an unprecedented opportunity to close the gap with Google's search dominance. The implications extend far beyond search. As AI assistants become our primary way of finding information, having access to real user search patterns could help competitors build more intuitive, helpful AI systems. We might finally see genuine alternatives to Google's search dominance emerge in the AI era. Privacy advocates have raised concerns about how this data will be handled and whether users will have sufficient safeguards. The challenge will be ensuring that competitors can benefit from the data while maintaining user privacy protections. For regulators, this ruling represents a shift from structural breakups to behavioral remedies that enhance competition in the AI era. Instead of dismantling companies, they're forcing them to share the data advantages that create competitive moats. The message is clear. In the AI age, data monopolies can be just as harmful as traditional monopolies, and antitrust enforcement is evolving to address these new forms of market power. Story 3. Apple's AI privacy paradox. Apple is reportedly testing Google's Gemini models to power parts of an upgraded Siri system called World Knowledge Answers, and this partnership reveals a fascinating strategic balancing act. According to Bloomberg, the new Siri aims to finally rival ChatGPT by integrating AI-enhanced summarization and reasoning into Apple's ecosystem. Here's how they're splitting responsibilities. Gemini would handle real-time web summarization and broad knowledge queries, while Apple's in-house models focus on private, on-device data like your messages, calendar events, and reminders. This hybrid approach lets Apple leverage Google's massive internet-scale AI capabilities while preserving their privacy-first philosophy. The upgraded Siri is expected to debut with iOS 26.4 alongside potential integration with Safari and Spotlight, turning Apple's native search and discovery tools into a more competitive AI assistant. Imagine asking Siri complex questions and getting ChatGPT quality responses, but with seamless access to your personal Apple ecosystem data. This move reflects Apple's pragmatic acknowledgement that they've fallen behind in the AI assistant race. Siri has become increasingly frustrating compared to ChatGPT, Google Assistant, and Claude. Consumer impatience is growing, and competitors are surging ahead while Siri struggles with basic tasks. The partnership makes strategic sense for both companies. Apple gets world-class AI capabilities without compromising their privacy principles. Google gets deeper integration into the Apple ecosystem, potentially reaching hundreds of millions of iPhone users who might never have tried Gemini directly. Analysts suggest this reflects Apple's pragmatic stance, leveraging external partners like Google while strengthening their proprietary AI capabilities. The timing is critical, as Apple needs to re-establish Siri as a credible player in the AI assistant market. If successful, the hybrid design of World Knowledge Answers could help Apple offer a balanced assistant that combines the scale of Gemini's internet capabilities with Apple's tightly controlled ecosystem and user trust in data protection. For iPhone users, this could finally deliver the AI assistant experience we've been waiting for. Instead of Siri's limited responses, we might get an assistant that can handle complex reasoning, provide detailed explanations, and still seamlessly integrate with our Apple devices and services. Story 4. China's self-improving AI revolution. Chinese AI startup DeepSeek has announced plans to release a new agentic AI model by the fourth quarter that could fundamentally change how we think about artificial intelligence development. This upcoming model is designed to execute multi-step tasks, refine its performance over time, and even autonomously improve itself through feedback loops. This isn't just an incremental improvement, it's a potential paradigm shift. Unlike current AI models that rely on static updates from their creators, DeepSeek's system would enable self-improvement, adapting to user needs and evolving real-world conditions more effectively. Such models could manage tasks like long-term planning, business process automation, and dynamic learning without human reprogramming. Instead of AI tools that do the same thing regardless of experience, we could have AI partners that genuinely evolve and adapt continuously. DeepSeek has already disrupted the AI industry with previous releases that achieved competitive benchmarks at significantly lower costs than Western counterparts. Industry observers say they're aiming to disrupt the agent space again, after their prior releases shook the industry with impressive performance-to-cost ratios. If successful, this new model could put pressure on OpenAI, Google, and Anthropic, who are also racing to build more autonomous and adaptive AI systems. The announcement signals China's determination to lead in the next phase of AI development, where adaptability and continuous learning become key differentiators. The implications are both exciting and concerning. Self-improving AI could accelerate progress in ways we can barely imagine, solving complex problems and adapting to changing conditions faster than human-guided systems. But it also raises fundamental questions about control, safety, and the long-term trajectory of AI development. For the global AI landscape, this represents China's continued push to match and potentially exceed Western AI capabilities. The competition is no longer just about who can build the best current AI. It's about who can build AI that improves itself most effectively. The week's wildest moments, from viral pranks to corporate warfare. While those four seismic shifts were reshaping the AI landscape, the industry also delivered some absolutely wild moments that reveal just how intense the competition has become, and how the stakes are driving companies to extremes. First, the internet collectively lost its mind over a brilliant parody that hit way too close to home. Entrepreneur Omer Öztürk posted a fake job application to become OpenAI's CEO, jokingly proposing to replace the entire leadership team with ChatGPT agents. The post exploded across social media, racking up millions of views and serving as genius-level PR for Öztürk's own startup. But here's what made it so perfect. In a week where OpenAI announced plans to control the job market, the idea of AI replacing even AI company executives felt disturbingly plausible. The viral moment perfectly captures our collective anxiety about AI's rapid advancement. When a joke about AI replacing CEOs gets millions of shares, it tells us something important about where our heads are at as a society. But behind the memes and viral moments, two explosive lawsuits dropped this week that expose the cutthroat reality of AI's gold rush, and the legal warfare that's about to reshape the entire industry. The Scale AI corporate espionage case. Scale AI, the company backed by Meta that provides AI training data services, has filed a bombshell lawsuit that reads like a corporate thriller. They're accusing former employee Eugene Ling of stealing over 100 confidential files before jumping ship to join rival company Mercor. But here's where it gets really interesting. Scale AI claims this wasn't just typical employee poaching. According to the complaint, Mercor allegedly orchestrated the entire hire specifically to gain access to Scale's most sensitive client strategies and proprietary data. We're talking about the kind of information that gives companies their competitive edge in the AI services market. Client lists, pricing strategies, technical approaches, and business intelligence that took years to develop. Think about what this means. In the traditional tech world, stealing code or customer lists was serious business. But in the AI era, the stakes are even higher. Scale AI processes training data for some of the biggest AI companies in the world. Their methodologies, client relationships, and operational secrets represent millions of dollars in competitive advantage. This case highlights a growing problem in the AI industry that most people don't see coming. As AI companies become more valuable and their trade secrets more critical, we're seeing an increase in corporate espionage disguised as normal hiring practices. When a single employee can walk out with insights that could take competitors years to develop independently, the traditional boundaries between competitive recruiting and corporate theft start to blur. For workers in the AI space, this creates a concerning precedent. How much of your knowledge and experience belongs to your employer versus your personal career development? As companies become more protective of their AI advantages, employees might find themselves facing more restrictive contracts and post-employment limitations. The outcome of this case could reshape how AI companies protect their intellectual property and structure their employment agreements. If Scale AI wins, expect to see much more aggressive legal protection of AI trade secrets across the industry. Warner Brothers versus Midjourney, the copyright battle that could change everything. Meanwhile, Warner Brothers has launched what could be the most important copyright lawsuit in the AI era, suing Midjourney over AI-generated images of iconic DC Comics characters, including Batman and Superman. The studio is seeking $150,000 per infringement, but the real stakes are much higher than money. This case could fundamentally determine how copyright law applies to AI-generated art. Here's what makes this fascinating. Midjourney's AI doesn't directly copy existing Batman images. Instead, it generates new images based on patterns learned from millions of training examples. So the legal question becomes, if an AI system learns what Batman looks like from seeing thousands of Batman images, does creating a new Batman-style image constitute copyright infringement? Warner Brothers argues that these AI-generated images damage their intellectual property and undermine their exclusive control over these characters. Imagine spending decades building the value of Batman as a brand, only to have AI tools flood the market with unlimited Batman-style content that anyone can generate for free. But Midjourney argues they're doing something fundamentally different from copying. They claim their systems learn artistic concepts and styles, similar to how human artists study existing work to develop their own techniques. The AI isn't copying Batman images. It's learning what makes something Batman-like and creating original variations. This distinction matters enormously. If courts decide that AI systems trained on copyrighted images are inherently infringing, it could shut down most current AI art tools, which are trained on billions of images scraped from the internet. A broad ruling against AI training could require companies to rebuild their systems using only copyright-free training data. On the other hand, if courts decide that AI training constitutes fair use, it could open the floodgates for AI-generated content that mimics any artistic style or character without permission. The implications extend far beyond Batman and Superman. Every major entertainment company, artist, and creative professional is watching this case. The outcome could determine whether AI becomes a tool that democratizes creative expression or a technology that undermines the economic foundation of creative industries. For creators using AI tools, this case creates immediate uncertainty. Are you legally safe generating AI art in the style of famous characters? The honest answer is that nobody knows yet, and this lawsuit could provide the clarity the industry desperately needs. These legal battles reveal an industry grappling with fundamental questions about intellectual property and creative ownership in the age of AI. As capabilities increase, these disputes are likely to intensify. Analysis: what this week reveals about AI's future. Looking at these stories together, several critical patterns emerge that could define the next phase of AI development. First, we're witnessing AI companies expanding far beyond software into the fundamental structures of how society functions. OpenAI's jobs platform isn't just technology. It's about controlling the entire pipeline between education and employment in an AI-driven economy. Second, data monopolies are being actively dismantled by regulators. Google's forced data sharing could become the template for how governments prevent historical advantages from creating permanent competitive moats in the AI era. Third, even tech giants are abandoning the dream of AI self-sufficiency. Apple's partnership with Google shows we're moving toward strategic alliances and specialized capabilities rather than vertically integrated AI empires. Fourth, the global AI race is intensifying dramatically. Chinese companies like DeepSeek are pushing boundaries that could leapfrog Western approaches, driving innovation while raising fundamental questions about AI safety and control. Finally, our legal systems are completely unprepared for AI's capabilities. From employment law to copyright to antitrust, existing frameworks weren't designed for technologies that can learn, create, and potentially improve themselves. The tension between collaboration and competition is reaching a breaking point. As capabilities increase, companies are becoming fiercely protective of their intellectual property, potentially slowing industry progress while accelerating their own internal development. What this means for you. So what should you actually do with this information? If you're building a career, start developing AI fluency now, regardless of your field. OpenAI's massive training initiative signals that AI skills will become as fundamental as basic computer literacy. If you're using AI tools for work or creativity, pay attention to the evolving competitive landscape. Better alternatives to your current tools might emerge as companies gain access to more data and capabilities through regulatory changes. If you're concerned about privacy and control, Apple's hybrid approach with Gemini might represent the future. Specialized partnerships that balance capability with privacy rather than all-or-nothing choices. And if you're generally interested in technology, keep watching the self-improving AI space. DeepSeek's upcoming release could represent a fundamental shift in how AI systems develop and improve. That's your comprehensive AI news breakdown for this week. From job market disruption to search revolution, from iPhone AI upgrades to self-improving systems, the landscape continues evolving at unprecedented speed. Which development do you think will have the biggest impact? Are you excited about OpenAI's job platform opportunities? Curious about the new search competition? Interested in Apple's Siri upgrade? Or concerned about self-improving AI systems? Let me know in the comments below. If you want to stay ahead of these rapid changes without getting overwhelmed by hype and speculation, make sure to subscribe to our bitbias.ai newsletter. We analyze the AI developments that actually matter for your future, cutting through the noise to bring you actionable insights and clear analysis. The AI revolution isn't just changing technology, it's reshaping careers, companies, and entire industries. These stories prove we're still in the early stages of a transformation that will touch every aspect of our lives. Stay informed, stay curious, and most importantly, stay prepared for what's coming next. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.